beauty, sun, blue sky. Look at that, Norm. So we put hoodies on. Well, I was going to wear one anyways, but I put a hoodie on Norm because I checked the weather and it said -1, feels like -5. Does not feel like -5. Maybe in the shade it'd be well, there's a little bit of wind. And then just take a look at the blue sky all around me. So the sun's a-shining. Blue sky, but then in the background over there, if you can see the clouds that are moving in. But it says 70% of snow at 2 o'clock, and it's like 1:40, 1:45 right now. So there's no way. I mean, if it snows at 2 o'clock, they're gonna crank up the winds, and then that shit over there is gonna be blowing in the next 15 minutes. And 70%, they're usually pretty, that's a pretty high guesstimate for having clear blue skies all around us. Oh, and there's the moon. I was looking for the moon. I couldn't see it, you know. It sneaks up on me. It just appears out of nowhere. It wasn't rising. It was just coming from really far away. And it snuck up on me. But there it is. I don't know if you can see it. Basically straight above that evergreen tree. Hey, what are you doing? Quit eating stuff off the ground. So anyways, haven't posted, well, last time I posted was April Fool's Day, April 1st. So I posted a couple of videos. I don't know if you, what was it, 4 videos. So fool me once, fool me twice, fool me thrice. I wasn't even gonna post fool me twice or thrice, but I did. And then fittingly, I had to name the 4th video, fool me, don't get fooled me again, or fool me, don't fool me again. Remember George W. That was a classic quote. Fool me, it won't fool me again. So, yeah, it was beautiful out. No hoodies or anything. Oh yeah, see, there's that wind. It is a little chilly. Doesn't feel like -5 though. So Monday, yeah, we were 1 o'clock out walking. 1, 2, 3. They started to spray on me, spray on us. Gus, get on the bus. Gus, hey, come on, Norm. Get a new plan, Stan. Don't need to be coy, Roy. And then I don't remember the rest. I'll have to listen to that song. Look at that cute boy. We just passed a mobile dog groomer van. And we might have to give him a call. I just trimmed Norm's nails here today, but I don't know if I ever do a really good job. But okay, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, April 1st. So once, twice, thrice, 3 times a lady. And so it was raining, and then it stopped raining, and it actually I thought, okay, maybe they were wrong on this weather. Oh, squirrel. Oh, the hunter. No. I thought, okay, maybe we're gonna get bypassed on this snowstorm. Nope. I went to the gym at night. That night I got there late. I was pulling in at 9 o'clock. Got to the gym at 9 at night, and on the way there, windshield wipers were on. The rain turned into sleet and snow, and it was like that, you know, that styrofoam size sleet. So I go into the gym for an hour, and I come out, and it was snowing and raining on the way home. And I get down into my area, which is a little bit lower in elevation, and it was just barely starting to snow. I woke up the next morning, just hammered. We got hammered with snow. Well, hammered, I mean, we probably got about 2 inches of snow. So yeah, they're 10 to 15 centimeters is fairly accurate. What is it, 2.54 centimeters in an inch? So, well, 5 to 10. So we got like 5 to 10 centimeters of snow. And yeah, and then yesterday, the clouds are clearing. The sun's finally starting to come out. Come on, bub. The sun starts finally coming out. Just waving somebody on. Now we can cross Norm. And yeah, the clouds break and they still can't let us have the sunshine, right? Like, just spray those scraggly, spread out chemtrail clouds everywhere. And I'm like, I'm getting so goddamn sick and tired of not getting my sunshine that I gotta get out of here, man. Like, what's going on in Canada? Why are we allowing this to happen? Like, I used to think Canada was a great country, and we're one of the best countries in the world. But look what they're doing to us. This is part of all this Western bullshit reset. Like Europe's getting, like, they're pushing for World War III. The U.S. The U.S. is going to war with Iran, like, and they're bombing Yemen, right? Just look at what's going on in the world. Like, the West is completely fucked, you guys. Like, sorry for my language. Oh, hello, bird. Oh, he didn't like that. Like, the West is completely fucked. And look what they're letting them do to our skies and this climate engineering and everything else. Like, if there wasn't a depopulation agenda at play, the signs are so evident and clear of what's going on. Like, I just, like, I'm gonna sell everything and I'm out of here. I'm gonna go live in a freaking van down by the river. Live in a van down by the river with Chris Farley. But I mean, that's not the solution either. But where would I go? I mean, I know there's certain states that have outlawed chemtrails. I think Mexico's passed a law to outlaw chemtrails. Utah passed a law banning fluoride in the water. We're looking at putting fluoride back in the water. Like, just give me a fucking break already. Like, we have an election coming up at the end of the month. And we got to deal with, like, Mark fucking Carney now. Like, sorry, I know I don't like to swear in my videos, but come on. I'm just so done with all of this bullshit. Like, this whole system is corrupt and broken. And what are we going to do about it, fellow Canadians? I mean, I know I'm not alone. There. Yeah. I know I'm not alone in my beliefs and thoughts, right? Most people, are like, well, we'll vote and we'll get Pierre in there or whatever. But, I was just watching this video with Neil Oliver, and he was interviewing David Creighton. He's been on Redacted before and stuff. And if you don't know who Neil Oliver is, well, get with the times, right? Look him up, GBN News. And he's got a great accent. He's really great to listen to, But yeah, get with the times. Like, we've forgotten that these people are supposed to be working for us. What's that old saying, and who said it? I can't remember who said it, but the government's supposed to fear the people. It's not the other way around. So let's dismantle this government, guys. I don't give a shit. They obviously didn't follow the Constitution in the U.S. or the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms during the whole COVID pandemic, right? They didn't follow any of that bullshit. So what do we even have them in there for? And I've had some experience with our local government here, with the city, and they're corrupt and useless. Useless as tits on a bull, my dad used to say. That's a good saying, right? They're useless. Corrupt, useless politicians. Corrupt, useless bureaucrats. That's what we should call them. Because all they care about is their bureaucracy and padding their own pockets with side deals and everything else, and they don't give a shit about us guys, right? So what is the answer? What is the solution? Well, peaceful non-compliance. I'm considering not voting. And can you? Oh yeah. So anyways, getting back to that interview. So Mark Carney supposedly got 86% of the vote to be the Liberal leader party, to be the leader of the Liberal Party. And leading up to that vote, 2/3 of the Liberal cabinet members were suspended from voting. They were for one reason or another. No, it still hasn't come out, I don't think. But they weren't allowed to vote. 2/3. So 1/3 of the Liberal members voted, and he got 86% of the vote. So go figure. And now he's going to be running in the Ottawa riding, and they kicked out the Liberal person that had that riding, and he's going to be running in that riding. So I guess we'll see what happens, but sure, all signs are pointing to the fact that the fix is in. And Mark Carney's not my fucking prime minister, and I'm not even recognizing this government anymore, guys. And I don't think you should either. We'll be a self-governing anarchy, a sovereign anarchy or whatever. I don't know. We'll make up a new term. But even like the People's Party of Canada, Maxime Bernier did an excellent interview with Mike Adams on Natural News. And you listen to him, people will say, oh, like he'll be painted as an extremist or whatever, like the media, like people are just brain fucked by the TV and the media. And it's not even their own beliefs. They believe in the science. Hey, wrong way, come around the pool. Come on, yeah, good boy. Almost had to backtrack there. Norm's too smart for that though. What was I saying? I don't even know. Anyways, yeah, I think it's just the fact that I'm super pissed off about all of this bullshit. Politics doesn't even matter anymore. It doesn't matter what party's going to get in. They're going to take us to war, and they're going to send billions of dollars to go support these war efforts. Like, who wants to go to war? I don't want to go to war. You want to go to war? Come on, bub. I don't want to go to war. This is kind of suiting here. Look where I am. Right? This isn't too far from my house. And I always thought it was kind of interesting because it's like right beside a Catholic church too. So like, what do these guys know? These guys know some shit. Or they hide knowledge too. Right? So anyways, this is getting long, a bit of a rant, long in the tooth. I never really understood that term, but whatever, I'll use it. Hey, come on, Norm, quit eating stuff off the ground, jeez. But yeah, what else did I want to say? Yeah, so anyways, it sure feels like the fix is in. Not even sure if I'm going to be voting, right? But the same way people have Trump derangement syndrome, people have PPC syndrome, derangement syndrome for the People's Party of Canada. Maxime Bernier is, going to be labeled as an extremist or whatever, but he's probably about the only guy, the only party that I would even consider voting for. But is it a good vote to go and vote for them? I'm not going to vote. I've always voted. I've voted conservative my whole life, and I don't think I'm lining up to go vote conservative, guys, because it's the same side it's a different side of the same coin, right? It's the same bullshit that we're gonna get. Sorry, I shouldn't be swearing. I'm right in front of a church. I mean, I'm not Catholic, but still. Come on, Norm. But it's the same bull crap. Having the conservatives in there, I mean, they'll be better. They'll be more fiscally responsible, I would say. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I know that we're equally screwed with both parties in there. It's not even about our politics and the fact that our country is failing. They're going to be running on who is going to be the best person to defy Trump, right? And I know Trump's already endorsed Mark Carney. Maybe that was a brilliant political maneuver to say that that's who he would want in, and it'll piss enough Canadians off to not vote for Mark Carney. But he's a globalist WEF supporting central banker. So Mark Carney is the absolute last fucking person we want running our country, or pretending to run our country, and pretending to have the people's interest, or working for the people. Because none of these guys are working for us, you guys. I think that's the first thing I need to understand. But anyways, that's what I was going to say. Wouldn't it be interesting if across Canada, all 38 million people of us, all 38, are we 38 or 43 million? Let's just call 40 million. All 40 million people across Canada said, fuck you, we're not going out to vote. We don't support this bullshit anymore. And we want to take down the system. Can you imagine? What would that do to the system? I mean, it would be a beautiful thing, because just think of the money we would save in not paying all these clowns to pretend to represent our rights and our freedoms and our country, and doing what's best for us and the people, to support our businesses, our industries, our resources. You know, oh, that's the other thing, Carney. He's a net zero fanatic, an absolute fanatic. You know, so my oil and gas career was preemptively ended, or, you know, huge pause put on it when the NDP got voted in here in 2015 or 2014, whenever that was. There's a big dog on the deck there. I'm gonna get by before he sees us. So yeah, well, we see these policies are not good for us, guys. Not good for us, our economy, our rights, our freedoms. None of them are working for you and I, the average person. So yeah, what would happen if 38 million Canadians decided not to turn up and vote, and we kicked all these fuckers out? Let's kick them all out. Sorry, no one showed up to vote, therefore you're done. You guys are done. You know, take your ball and go home. Kick your lunch bucket down the road. Very interesting. I wonder, you know, makes you think, right, Norm? Hey, let's go. Okay, that's long enough rant. Gave you some things to think about, and yeah, it's probably 2 o'clock by now. It's not snowing and it's not -5. But the only thing they maybe got right was the AQI said it was 3 with a low health risk, which that I would agree with. You see the moon ahead above me? So I would agree with that. Guys, that's about the only thing I would agree with today. I'm very disagreeable. But yeah. Is that snow? Where the hell's that snow coming from? It's clear blue sky everywhere, and I just saw a snowflake. Fix is in, like I said. All right. Love you all. Farmer G. And this guy, Mr. Norm. Out. All right. See you guys. Take into account what I said about the voting. You know, maybe the fix needs to be in, but we are the fix. You and I. And that guy are the fix. All right. Love you all. Peace out.